Why is sales so much like golf? My name's James White, and in this video I'm going to share with you some tips on why sales is so similar to golf in many respects. As you can see, this is a great golf club. Actually, you might think this looks like any old golf club, but this golf club, I can assure you, is pretty good. It's made by Titleist, one of the leading brands in the golf market space, and actually is a club that generally enables this man to hit bloody good golf shots. Another key point when it comes to sales being like golf is that sometimes you have to invest in the right tools and the right resources to get the right results. Hundreds of years ago, when golf was created, they played with wooden sticks and small tiny irons. And if you put those clubs in the hands of the professionals now, they'd get good results, but they wouldn't get the same results as they do. Professional golfers know that in order to get the right results, they invest in the latest technology, the smaller things that can make a big difference. And it's the same when it comes to sales. You've got to be able to invest in tools, systems, CRM systems, marketing automation systems, lead capture systems, whatever they are that can enable you to get the best results. Dan, golf, you guys as golfers are always looking at the small edges and small definable factors that can make a difference, right, in terms of technology and what it can do for you. How does it work for you as a golfer?
Well, currently I'm really happy with the club setup that I've got, but I've actually recently just changed ball, purely to just get a bit more feel around the greens, I get a bit more control, and actually when I hit the shot, I know then what it's going to do. Yeah, so that extra bit of performance throughout the season, whether it's 1 round, 2 rounds, over a course of years, is going to help me improve my rounds by so many shots. And so for me, it's all about having the best equipment, because if you don't, someone else is, and they're going to have better results. So you've always got to be up to date with the latest equipment and get what's the right thing for you.
And that's such a good point. And there is a key thing here. There are people that have all the best gear, but no bloody idea. And we're not saying that that's the only thing you have to do. But you do need to make sure you invest to get the right results. If you invest in the right tools and make sure that you're putting the time and effort into looking at how you can improve, then it's going to make a difference when it comes to your sales performance as well as your golf game. For sure, you don't need to be in a position where you continue to spend all of your time looking at the things that can make the 1% when the core elements of what you do get ignored. But what you do need to do is make sure you continually take some time to look back and see what are the right tools that you need to do your job effectively. And like Dan, as a professional golfer, if you can get 2 or 3% of advantage by using something new or something different and investing in great quality equipment, it's going to help you achieve what you want to. Another key point when it comes to sales being similar to golf is you sometimes have to hold your nerve at crucial points in order to get great success. Dan, when you've been playing in tournaments and you're literally in with a chance of winning a tournament, how do you basically hold that nerve to think, I'm going to make sure I win that tournament, rather than do what most people would do and fluff your lines?
I think you try and take yourself out of the situation and revert back to all the practice that you've put in before. Like we mentioned previously in the video, having proper practice, it relates to this situation. Good breathing, a good pre-shot routine, and ultimately believing in you're there for a reason is going to hold you in good stead.
But it's such a great point, isn't it? Even in those difficult, nervy moments, the whole point, and I say this a lot to people when it comes certainly to dealing with objections when it comes in sales, when you have those difficult moments, if you've got a routine and a practice and something you've done hundreds and hundreds of times before, you feel about the focus on that routine rather than the moment that you're in, and it's going to help you in a huge way. Dan, tell me about your pre-shot routine that you use for every golf shot.
Yep, so I'm visualising my shot here, I'm picking my target, I know my yardage and the conditions, and then I'm just making sure that I'm comfortable to hit the shot. So then what I'll do from here is I'd align my club face to the target, my feet would then be parallel, good posture, setups ready to go, and I'm just going to commit and execute the shot.
There you can see that routine that Dan has had and uses for every golf shot enables him to hit most of his shots bloody well. By the sounds of things, when you do that, you just go back and think through all the good times on the practice ground when you've done well, and you then hit that great shot.
Yeah, it shouldn't come as a surprise. It should be, I've been here a million times before, it's just another shot. And then you're going to be more prepared for the situation.
Great advice from Dan there in terms of how you have to hold your nerve. And the key to holding your nerve is being able to train your brain and make sure you've harnessed it and calloused your mind, as David Goggins would say, to be able to be in a position where you can ensure when those nervy moments, when that prospect's thinking, not sure what to do, or when that prospect said, the price is too high, do you panic? Or do you think, no, I've been here before, I've practiced that objection response, and I'm going to deal with that objection and still get to where I want to get to? Sometimes in sales, we've got to hold our nerve to get the right results. Definitely in golf, you've got to hold your nerve to get the right results. And if you do that, I can assure you it's going to help you when the time is really right to get the success and results that you want. When it comes to sales, one of the other key factors of how sales is so similar to golf is the consistency of habits and good disciplines to get into and routines to enable you to get great results. Dan's just been through a routine that he uses that enables him to get great shots. And every person that's successful when it comes to sales has exactly that from a sales, have the great routines and habits and disciplines from a sales perspective. They make sure they spend the time daily to prospect. They make sure that they block off time in their calendars to be able to make new calls. They make sure they spend time each week on prospecting and not just trying to follow up on existing leads. They'll go work to fill their prospecting funnel because they know that without those good disciplines, they're not going to hit their targets. The routine you've just talked about, Dan, what would you be like if you didn't have a routine as a golfer?
Indecisive. It's all guesswork then. I've already worked out what I'm going to do, and then I'm just visualising and then going through that same routine all the time. So I'm as consistent as I can be and then hopefully perform to my best of my capabilities.
And you've just talked about the routine, the habit. Sometimes I guess you'll mix it up. Sometimes you'll try and do different things. You won't just practice in the same place every time or in the same area. You'll do different things, but you have the discipline of practicing on a regular basis, or you have the discipline of doing certain things. And those disciplines are key, aren't they, when it comes to being successful in golf?
Yeah, I think when I practice, I do a mixture of technical and then target practice. So my technical work, I wouldn't really have a routine. I'd just be specifically working on what I'm trying to achieve in my swing. But then when I'm hitting my target practice, I would take a mixture of the two together and try and make it like I'm playing on the course, so that when I get onto the course, it doesn't seem like I've never done it before. I'm used to doing that process.
Used to doing that process. What a great way to finish this part of the video. If you can get used to the great habits and the good disciplines that you can put into your diary and your schedule, I can assure you that those are the bedrock of all successful sales campaigns and salespeople. It's the bedrock of successful sports people, and it's the bedrock of successful salespeople. Great routines, great disciplines, things you do on a regular basis, even though you don't like to do them, you know that you have to do them if you want to get the end result. If you want to make your sales success exactly where you want it to be, you've got to put those routines in place, you've got to have those disciplines, and if you do, I can assure you it's going to help you, it's going to stop you from missing out on opportunities, and it's going to get you more money in your bank account with more people saying yes and working with you and your company. My final point around how sales is so similar to golf is that if you are expert at what you do, and if you practice and take all the advice that we've talked about in these videos, you can basically go and take your skills and go and play and do anything you want with any company wherever you are in the world. Sales as a skill is an incredible skill to have, and there are so many companies all over the world that will want to take advantage of your knowledge, your skills and your insight because of what you know. Golf is very much the same. If you're a good golfer like Dan, a couple of weeks ago we were in Portugal playing golf, and guess what? Dan had the chance of playing out there for free because he's absolutely learnt his sport, become an expert at what he does, and he's now able to play anywhere in the world, pretty much anywhere in the world, as a PGA professional, and not have to pay for playing golf. What a great position to be in, where he's worked and practiced so hard to get himself into a professional status to be able to do that. But my message here around sales is you may be in a company working for someone at the moment, or you may be having a certain business, whatever it is you do, if you can sell, I can assure you, you're going to be in demand for companies all over the world. They're going to want you because selling as a skill is something so many people don't have. And if you can engage with prospects, if you can get to understand people, if you can work to really solve their problems or their wants, sales will give you an incredible career, and it will enable you to achieve everything you want to. So my final message to you is this. Like Dan's a professional golfer, he can go anywhere in the world and play his sport. And sales is the same. If you're an expert, you can go anywhere, you can work for any company, you can set up any business. And if you know the basics of doing it in the right way, I can assure you, you will continue to get great results and live a life that you've always wanted. My name's James White, and this video series has all been around how sales is like golf. I'd like to thank my great friend Dan Toogood, who's the professional here at Weston-super-Mare Golf Club. If you're a person in the southwest of the UK and want to take up golf, talk to Dan. I'll put some links into Dan's social media links below so that you can get to meet with this man and see if he can help you. He's got a lot of work to do with me, yeah?
A little bit.
He's been very kind. Thanks for watching the video. I'd love you, if you love the video, to subscribe to the channel, click the red button below, or if you can actually recommend it to family and friends and colleagues, that'd be great. If you think there are other ways in which sales are related to golf, I'd love you to comment in the section below and let me know your thoughts. I appreciate your time, and if I can help you with any sales questions or queries that you have, put the comments in or reach out to me at my website, www.jameswhite.business. I'd love to help you get better sales results. I'm off to go work on some more practice with Dan. We could be here a while based upon some of the shots I've been hitting, but I'll see you soon. Come on, Dan. Let's get into it.
Where do we start?
Where do we start, exactly? Okay.